تعادقنا عالم هيوتنا خنمرح انتاي سلازبلنا خسبب كوقفح لطفأتنا خرقا كتبلح حتى قلنا عالم مريتنا خنسبح زينا بلي عمواتهم كلام كنلكم دكاس كاليومنا دكسنا خينا حلم مس عالم زرايتهم سننا خنحركم فانتزنا وزينا نعلم زقرن ما يسوص عمتات بسلام اجزاتي قفع بعداويا محناينا بهاكي زرصا عيكونا نايسومنا يسالستي بغتصنا ينادي فينا يا عبرسنا زودي نهزة شامان بل كتوسط هالتبعاتي
قدم تفتينو بوراجاكم بيتن بحاي ما نتفحح تفتينو قدم عدي إذا توان كمال مكتاتو حدم الأكيرا كله السيرات
400,000 residents enjoy a temperate climate amongst the incised valleys and steep peaks of the 2,400 meters high Eritrean plateau. A few hours travel by road south along the coast from Massawa, the Kaluli project is located 110 meters below sea level in the sparsely populated northernmost extent of the Danakil Depression. Here, 194 million tons of potash from a JORC-compliant resource has been defined. The deposit has been diamond drilled on a 1 to 2 kilometer spacing and remains open in many directions. Further resource extension and definition drilling is underway to define an exploration target of 1.5 billion tons at 19% potassium chloride, KCl.
If you look more broadly, Africa is about to undergo its renaissance. Everyone is talking about the fact that economic growth and population growth is going to be focused on Africa. Eritrea is at the very center of that. It's sometimes called the key to Africa. And I think it is, especially when you talk about food security and food nutrition security. Eritrea's domestic political structure was established specifically to avoid the problem.
It is the Kaluli Potash project in Eritrea. It's underpinned by a staggering 1.1 billion tons of ore reserve, which will fuel growth for generations.
Strategically located on the doorstep of Africa, the Middle East and India, the project is ideally placed to supply not only the region, but the entire globe. The sulfate of potash in the Danakil Basin is like nowhere else on Earth. This entirely natural process has yielded a staggering 200-year mining reserve.
Nakali has been in Eritrea since 2009, and it's a really proven mining jurisdiction. It's not well understood, it's not well known, but there's only success stories in Eritrea as far as foreign investment in mining goes. The Bisha mine started as a gold mine. It is now a copper zinc mine. It's been very successful. It was developed originally by a Canadian company called Nevsun. So they developed it in joint venture with an AMCO, as I said, starting with gold, moving into copper, moving into zinc. Over the course of the last 10 years, they paid out a very significant, and I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars, worth of dividends to their foreign shareholders.
The project will transform the company into a significant global fertilizer producer and a major player in an industry dominated by a handful of mining giants. Located in Eritrea, approximately 180 kilometers southeast of the capital Asmara, South Boulder has discovered the world's shallowest evaporate potash deposit. The Kaluli Potash project is located just 70 kilometers from the Red Sea coast, which provides highly sought-after infrastructure to major shipping routes. The project is located within a 906 square kilometer exploration license containing barren salt lakes with no known social or environmental issues. The open pit will be a conventional truck and shovel operation, supported by continuous miners for ore extraction. 1 million tons per annum initial potash production is targeted for delivery in 2016 from a processing facility located at Kaluli.
Same thing in the tax space, very consistent, doesn't change. And there are no special deals. Every mining project in Eritrea has exactly the same tax framework. Nobody gets tax holidays, nobody gets any special breaks, which also gives you comfort. But what they do is allow you to depreciate all of your capital expenditure in a straight line over 4 years. Growth, which talks about the size and the growth potential. We've got a massive resource at Kaluli, 1.1 billion tonnes JORC reserve. Nobody else in the SOP space has anything like that. It's not even worth comparing the others to that. It is so much bigger. The grade, obviously grade is king when you're talking about our mining operation. Our grade is 25 times higher than the next set of mines or the next group of potential SOP producers.
Kaluli's location is ideal in many senses. First of all, it's extremely close to the coast. It's the closest SOP asset to the coast anywhere in the world. It's probably also the closest potash producing asset anywhere in the world. And obviously you need to get this product on a ship. So the closer you are to the coast and the closer you are to a port, the better it is. It just means lower costs. We can also get to Europe very quickly. We can get to India and Southeast Asia very quickly. And we can serve the whole of Africa very, very easily. So from a location point of view, it couldn't really be any better.
What this will allow you to do?
Yes, well, indeed, 200 million mandate, which was signed in December. We got to get our credit approval just 2 weeks ago from Afro-Exim Bank and AFC. And it's a real big milestone and a big endorsement for Eritrea, for the project itself.
The next point, which is that there is zero corruption in Eritrea. Every person who's been there that I've spoken to will tell you the same thing. The system is transparent and there is zero corruption. I know that some people might find that to be a little bit unusual, but it's one of those refreshingly unusual things which I think we should celebrate. Another really important distinguishing feature about Eritrea and about Asmara is that it's extremely safe and very peaceful. That's my own personal experience. That's the experience of everybody I've spoken to who's been there. They will tell you that Asmara is special and Eritrea is special because it's so safe and so peaceful and so welcoming. There is a lot of community support in Eritrea for what we're doing at Kaluli. I think most importantly because there'll be 600 direct jobs at Kaluli, which is very significant in Eritrea. Indirectly, there'll be about 10,000 jobs created by Kaluli. It means wealth creation, that means improvement in livelihoods and increased opportunity for people. We will be sourcing people, skilled and unskilled, from the entire country. So this really makes a big difference. And that, I think, explains why we have such strong community support. Not just from government at the central level and at the provincial level, at every level, to the person in the street.
The initial production of 1 million tonnes per annum of potash will produce revenues in excess of $500 million per year, with enormous potential to increase production through staged expansion and to extend the mine life to 50 years or more. The Kaluli project is truly a world-class project.
شتا كنا أو حراج يورد الناس هاجر زين أو حراج يورد هزبي كونن مريتنا شتنا مريتنا خفيتنا مزقون مداخري مريتنا نبغى نخرج
حيلي نتسمع زقد عشاء مسكوح تراسيني انتهي
أنا دقسات مستطاف يكون أنت وانا نجار تاين تاخ قدر كأل فلت هنكل على لنا إذا هجز الله فيش كأدورنا التي أدماس كيري خل كلنا خون خل كنت دورنا مس حلفت أدماس كأو قد